Fantastic, eh? To see those top GMs, super GMs, in fact, taking on this variant, because, like I said, it's not all about your preparations, because there's 30 different variations that you can start with. So how are you going to prep for that? Put all the lines in all of those to start with. So it's not about who's the most prepared in terms of openings, but I think you're going to have to understand your structures. And then what happens often here in paradigm chess is your rook pawn endings, if things do go off the board. A lot of the rook pawn endings, but there's no more bishop endings. You don't get those, opposite color bishops, so kind of.
Definitely the rook pawn endgames are the ones that test whether you're a good player or not.
Yeah, so
and seriously, those are tough guys.
Yeah, so let's test the best in the world. In fact, I would love to see the way this goes out, and I'm glad that they don't play in such a way that they're exchanging the dragon bishops early on. They're not scared to play with these dragons.
We don't want no boring game. I mean, come on, guys. We want to see some tactics. I mean, me and Lauren's looking for some tactical puzzles here. We're busy.
Oh, and the tactics are beautiful.
I'm confused by that move. Any insight there, Lauren? Into knight to... I know Watu's planning to bring it to the queen side, but...
Maybe he doesn't have enough on the queen side to actually now launch an attack.
Does he feel like it's a bit slow?
I think I don't know if he has enough to launch an attack. But yeah, I saw that G4 coming. Dropping the knight back. Yeah, I think that's what he wanted. He wanted to allow that pawn just to, the pawn chain over there. So white doesn't break that pawn chain, but it's becoming quite tricky now. We said we didn't see a plan for white.
Okay. I don't know if I wanted to take there to allow that position.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know who's more comfortable in this position, I must say. Justin?
I feel like Blackies definitely has easier moves to make. What is the time currently? I'm blind without my glasses. 8 minutes to 9 minutes, right?
Yeah, so it's fairly equal, eh?
Yeah, I mean, they have enough time. But I mean, I don't see easy moves for white, like easy ideas. That's the only real struggle that the struggle I'm having with this position. I see, h4 can't even be played because there's already two pieces covering that.
There.
So I mean, I don't see concise ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, if you put dragon bishop to g4, you can't even get to e5 because of the concept that you can't jump over a pawn. So it's just where do you put your pieces at this point?
Do you think maybe white committed too soon with castling queenside and then allowing black to then just decide what he wants to do with the game?
I don't think the castling queenside was where the mistake came in. I think it was that f4 idea. Because it just limited so many of his potential that he had in the position.
Yeah.
Whereas now I just feel it's always support the player with white ambition, go for the win.
That's the first time I've heard that in chess, eh?
I mean, come on, you're not supporting someone that wants to come out in normal chess and play a Berlin and play for a draw, okay? We're here to see white push the advantage.
Yeah.
Although I'm actually not sure in paradigm whether white actually has an advantage in opening.
Yeah.
That still hasn't been established yet.
I
Or do we have stats,
tricky.
right?
We tried to establish that. So because we wanted to know does this variant favor one color. Of course, if it did, then it wouldn't be as exciting, So it actually doesn't. The stats were almost 50%, maybe 48%.
I remember that from that tournament that I was in, and then we were actually surprised that we expected
surprised.
white to have higher results, but it actually didn't turn out.
Yeah, so sometimes it's tricky because as white, you obviously get to move first and so on, so you kind of get to place your pieces, and sometimes black does end up being a little bit cramped because white is dynamic, but sometimes you are just over ambitious, and then you do things that actually, falls into black's favor, and so I think it's fairly balanced.
Look at the space that black got in this game with that early d6, e5, f5 setup.
Yeah.
So you definitely can't say. I mean, it depends on players, play styles, Yeah. I mean, even f3 on move 1's called for in some positions. I would not recommend it. That's clearly up to you. But
anything goes here. Anything goes here. So, let's see what's happening here. So I think white should somehow try to activate these pieces. I don't feel that any of these pieces at the moment have a future in terms of where they are going. But I do like knight takes knight because it does feel like it does free up a little bit of space for white. Maybe he can play on a g file. I don't know, but I would say he needs a little bit of, vision for where his pieces are going, because that knight on c3, where does it go if it's attacked?
No, to a4 because the dragon bishop defends.
Ah, you're right.
Yes,
you're
yes,
right,
yes.
you're
So
right.
it's okay in that case.
But I suppose, yeah, because even if he gets attacked by the dragon bishop on c6, you can still go b3. Yeah, feels like that would be calling
Oh
shots.
no, well if it went to the dragon bishop into c6, you'll just occupy c5. Then you have a lovely outpost. Not doing anything, but
yes, you're
I mean,
right. But that will also be blocking some of black's play, right?
exactly.
You could get to that square.
And then then you hit in a6. So I mean,
oh, that would be beautiful.
so you don't want to commit with b4 too
Mm.
early or prematurely.
Yeah.
But I mean, maybe I play dragon bishop to c6 first,
Yes.
and then we go b4.
I think flipping it would be a great idea.
Because then you could also play dragon bishop to b4, and then look at hitting d3.
Mm.
So I mean, I'm not saying do that in that order, but I mean, it's an interesting idea to occupy that d3 square. So
Yeah.
I mean,
And I think that's also quite cool, eh? Because when you do have an outpost with a knight in paradigm chess, it actually becomes a lot stronger, because the only thing that would essentially exchange a knight on the outpost is another knight.
oh,
So-
rough, but do you really
Yeah,
want to
but I
get
mean, if you,
exchanges?
but I mean, if you're just looking at the value of the pieces, because we've established that the value of the dragon bishop is 6 points, right?
Yeah.
6 points, and of course your rook is 5 and your knight is 3. So yeah, I think that makes the outpost a little bit stronger.
Yeah, I do think I actually never thought about that concept while playing, but in my experience in playing, like an outpost definitely one that's concrete and like especially when the knight occupies a lot of control, where it's not just doing nothing. That's actually really frustrating for you to deal with.
Yeah.
So it's like definitely I can see c4 right now. It doesn't look that enticing, but I mean it's holding that e3 square. It would be doing some work, but I mean I just wouldn't want to move the knight there too early. And it seems like white's going for that king side, but I mean if I was black, I'd probably just continue with dragon bishop c6 and be like, peace, I'm not afraid, you know. I got
Yeah,
this.
this is for the fearless, eh?
Yeah.
You've got to be fearless if you're going to be playing this.
Exactly. We don't want any scaredy cats here. We want some good quality games, right?
Yeah, but I feel that king is safe there in the center.
Mhm.
I do feel that king is safe.
Obviously, you do got to worry about h takes g and taking back, so you got to think about that rook that's hanging. Nothing's currently protecting
And
that.
then so you develop your dragon, you bring your king out, and then your rooks are connected.
You know what would be an
Development is
interesting
done.
concept? I wondered this idea, hey, dragon bishop c6, h5, and castle queenside. Or king to, wow, I would say e7.
Yeah, that's
Just place it on e7.
Yeah.
I don't think white could ever do anything about it.
Okay, but let's stop being biased for a moment. We know Watu is
Oh,
South
my bad,
African,
my bad.
so let's try and see what we would actually do for
Hey,
Watu.
that's a top 10 paradigm move right there, guys. Top 10. Okay, maybe I'm top 20 now. Oh, yeah, but that's a top 20 move right there.
I told you we've got a heavyweight.
If we see King
here
E7, okay, then I want my title for like King of Paradigm, guys. King E7
Oh wait,
comes
so does
next.
that mean you are challenging the winner of this match?
No, 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 no,
Is
no,
that,
no,
is
no,
that
no,
what
no, no,
happened
no, no.
on live stream, Justin? You
No,
are.
no, no, no. I first need to go to school in some chess and get better before I challenge Mr. Kobese, okay? He schooled me way too much. way too much.
Yeah, he doesn't have many losses. He really does not have many
True,
losses.
true.
Which is phenomenal.
Who's the players that gave him the best run so far? Maybe Ben?
Oh yeah, that was quite good.
Mr. Sneaky Weasel himself.
Sneaky Weasel. And where has he disappeared?
I don't know, I just know he's always sneaking into that top 3, top 2.
Yeah.
I mean, he's
I
hard to
think he was
displace.
in fact the first person that reached the 2000 rating.
Is it?
Yeah. I think
Wow.
so at the beginning. He was the first person to break that 2000 rating, and then I think Watu came along. So it would be cool to see him back in the arena, right?
I think it would be. And I don't know, our other top player is Ryan.
Yeah.
Ryan's top 1. And then we even got Mr. Albrecht van Sale, right?
Yeah, you're
Yes,
right.
another top player there.
Yeah.
A surprising, very good paradigm player. Any others that come to mind? Any others?
So
I'm
what
definitely
was?
missing a few.
I thought you were gonna say I'm definitely one.
Moramau. Lauren, let's not hype yourself up, okay? Let's be realistic, guys. No, Lauren is good. Lauren
No,
almost
I'm kidding.
beat me once with her child next to her. She was multitasking and almost beat me in the game, guys. The shame I felt at that point. Women can really
Power to us,
multitask.
eh? No, I just enjoy it. It doesn't matter what the results are. I haven't played normal chess in quite some time, and then so I haven't had time to really go through my openings and so on. But with this paradigm chess, I just feel so free to do whatever I want to do. So I can just be creative and just play the way I feel, and without worrying like, oh my word, my opponent studied this line to move 20, and he knows I made a blunder on the 14th move, and oh, the game is over. Yeah, I'm actually just able to play and have a lot of fun. So that's why I play this, in fact, more than I do play normal chess.
Guys, that's the reason right there to get into paradigm chess. If you were ever considering getting into paradigm chess, there's your reason. The fact that you don't have to study openings. I mean, that's like probably the most tiring part of chess, besides rook and pawn endgames. But I mean, guys, really, that's a reason more than enough to get into paradigm chess. You don't need to study openings, and you could be a GM in paradigm. One day we'll probably figure out titles. One day probably have to win like 10 tournaments in a row and we give you a GM title.
I think somebody else has got to work that out, Justin, but I think you're onto something. I really think you're onto something.
Ooh, I'm surprised I didn't get the beautiful king e7. I wanted some beautiful moves, but I mean, okay, we got rook g8. We got rook g8.
Yeah.
And then we got some a3. I don't know why. Well, a3, okay, so white clearly doesn't want that knight to leave c3. Definitely. I don't know if there was actually a better move than a3 in this situation, to be fair. So, I mean, they always say don't push your pawns in front of your king.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think that was needed, yeah. But, yeah, I think it's... I'm not opposed to white's position right now. Like, it definitely looks a bit more enticing than before, if I could say that.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we have dragon bishop b3 and then c5 as potential options. I feel like a dragon bishop there occupies a lot of the board.
Yes.
But then again, you have that situation on e3. But luckily, the pawn on e3 is only attacked by the knight because the dragon bishop actually doesn't count as an attacker with the pawn being in front of it. So you could actually play a dragon bishop b3 in this situation.
You could.
Which I don't think would be too bad.
That's an interesting idea somebody has there with a knight dropping back to a2 and then going to b4. But yeah, I feel like we're just provoking those pawns.
Yeah, I don't think I want to play knight back and then allow a5 and b4. That's a bit... I think you just calling for slow death in that position, okay? Like,
yeah.
I think we still want some excitement to this game to go on. What's the time left there? 5 minutes for Watu and 3 minutes for international IM.
It would be interesting though if, hypothetically, this attack on the king of on the queen side does not work. With the structure we have going into the end game almost, I know the queens are still on the board, but if they had to go off with this kind of structure, then I think black would have a little bit more weaknesses than white on the queen side. What do you think?
I'm not sure, to be fair. Like, to me, it's just that backward pawn on e3 just looks like it's at some point just gonna go. Like, tactically, some magic's gonna happen. You know.
Magic. Always playing with dragons, I suppose.
Exactly. But I just feel like a5 should just come like just naturally. You know. At this point, I feel like that's just the move. I don't see anything that just jumps. You know when they say where's that candidate moves? Exactly.
Yeah, there's not many in this.
It just feels natural. I feel like any junior would play that move. I could pull her under 5, under 6.
Well, I've got it under 5 inside, eh?
I mean, we could pull her daughter just to wrap up the mold. I guess she would pull out a5.
She would take the dragon bishops off the board immediately. She doesn't recognize
She'll
them.
think it's a toy, okay?
Yeah, no, she can play, she can move all the pieces, in fact, at the moment, and she can pack the chessboard, she knows how they move. As soon as I do have a paradigm chess 30 position at home on the board, she repacks the board immediately because that's not the way it should be packed.
I'm thinking now with a5, like, what do you do? What's your next move as white here? I mean...
That's what I'm saying, the candidate moves are limited here in this position.
I feel like honestly just like taking on g6 to waste a move. So there's increment, right? Increment.
Yes, there is.
I would honestly just take on g6 for extra time at this point. That's how little ideas I have in this position, to be fair. Like, does anything like, I mean, knight, oh, well, there we go.
Justin, you should be playing here.
I mean, at this point you just take for time. I mean, the next move I'd probably look at is Queen A2, Queen H2, sorry, just go trade. I mean, at this point, just play any move
what
for time.
was that I was talking about endgame, right?
I mean, it's just like...
So you make the moves and I predict the future.
Exactly, exactly. I might not see the long-term ideas, but I'll just pop in one movers and then the end goal will come at the end of the day, okay? I wonder, should we keep the chat open on the side?
Probably.
Maybe your dad's there commenting away and we don't even know about it, you know? Telling us that our first stream got off to such a ball. For you guys that know, this is our first stream ever on Paradox, right?
Yes, not just on Paradox.
Hopefully more, you know? Well, we've had tournaments in the past, it's just the first time our channel, the Paradigm Chess Study channel has gone live, you know? We hope for much more streams in the future.
No, definitely.
Bring you guys amazing content. I mean, we have the whole Van Niekerk family as guests that we could bring on at some point, you know.
Definitely.
Even the creator himself one day, perhaps, guys.
Both of them, hey? They should be filling these seats.
Exactly. Exactly.
In fact, they should be filling those screens and they should be playing there.
Why don't we see them as 1 and 2 on the leaderboard is the question.
You know what? I think they're promoting the game. It wouldn't be right if the creators were 1 and 2. I think it would be a little bit demotivating. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt and say that's the reason.
True, guys. I fully agree with that. I fully agree with that. So what do we see? We see the Dragon Bishop drop back to e7. Any hints at what his idea is there? I mean, I know I am, but I'm not seeing it.
I don't know, maybe, maybe making some room on that C file. I don't know. What else could he be doing? Maybe swing over to the king side, but I don't think there's anything to swing over to on that side.
I mean, if he's scared of b3 and the Dragon Bishop move and then he's threatening the Dragon Bishop with a rook, I don't see... I don't see it.
Are there any maneuvers that we are missing? Does that Dragon want to go somewhere else?
Nothing jumps out.
I do, however, feel that the king should just step forward and just connect the rooks so that we have options, doubling up on files.
So much better on e7 where it's on a dark square and both of white's Dragon Bishops was on a light square. The queen had no... Well, it had the queen g5 check, but I mean, you could just move your king to d7 and the queen's doing nothing there afterwards, so I mean...
But are there maybe some, threats, maybe positionally or plan-wise that white has that we just are missing and maybe Watu's anticipating that?
I think it was just more... I don't know, maybe he's just trying to defend his king side a little bit. Maybe it's... No, I don't see it, because the Dragon Bishop on c6 was just a better placed piece, to be honest. It was just because the Dragon Bishop on e7 is just covering the dark squares, but I mean it was doing so much more work on c6. So I don't know.
Maybe
hopefully we see the plan come to light soon.
Yeah, maybe future just aiming there, maybe at possible sacrifices. There's he coming to the file, opening that file, and maybe possible eyeing that a3. Like you say, don't push pawns in front of your king. Maybe that could be seen as a weakness.
Do you really want to move your knight to open up for the rook? Maybe he's looking at long term, coming up with the idea to sack the rook for the Dragon Bishop, which is normally always a good idea.
Yeah. But then again, you're not just sacrificing a bishop anymore.
We need to look at some knight takes b2, rook takes
c2
ideas.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean,
there's some deep ideas there. I'm not saying anything works. I mean, guys.
Because look at if that knight moves as well, that pawn on b5 also.
I mean, you're looking at maybe what his idea is knight d2.
That I actually
but
thought
then
that
you
when
have
the
Dragon
king was
Bishop
still
takes on b5.
But that's what I was thinking of with not going the check earlier, because you don't have that taking on.
That was the idea. The cheapos. That's a South African cheapo right
so
there.
when I find a move, it's a
No,
cheapo.
that's a South African level cheapo there. No top player would have played that for that idea.
They didn't. In
I'm
fact,
sorry.
they didn't. I feel like if we had to know, just go back and speak to them afterwards and analyze the position, you'd say, they'd see it and be like, wow, I missed that. I don't believe it.
No. What did I say? No. I played that completely for positional advantage. And we South Africans know that was a cheaper waiting to happen over the board, guys. Don't believe his lies on that one. But yeah, we need to figure out if he does want to go, because the thing is with knight e2, you're not just going for the dragon bishop, you're going for the b3 idea as well. Like a4, knight b3. I'm not saying do that now, I'm just saying your knight just sits on there and then you have more sack ideas, but I do feel he doesn't have enough pieces on the queen side with the rook moving to c8. The other rook
know what?
has to be
Also, we got that dragon battery that could happen with your dragon on a5 going to d6.
Yes.
And then also just, swing over that way. That could also, because then that dragon is defending your
I
pawn
am
on
worried
d5.
then about dragon bishop g4. You're giving a lot of squares for that dragon to work with, so that would be a concern of mine.
But how strong do you think that would be, the dragon bishop on g4? Because there's no backup really.
Yeah, but then you have ideas of like f5.
I think you give
And
him scope, right?
then once f5 comes in, that because black would always be under the idea of, the dragon bishop can't move to e5. But then you sack the f5 pawn and your dragon bishop swaps in there, and then you have so many ideas.
You're right.
So and then also you're playing it with a tempo because you're hitting the rook. But obviously Watu would give up the rook all day. But I'm just saying, guys, okay? I'm just saying. So if this was normal chess, you'd get a nice tempi there, but in paradigm, they'll just be like, well, eat my rook, 5 is less than 6. Well, guys.
Clearly Watu doesn't think that dragon bishop g4 is as poisonous as Justin is making it to
Well,
be.
if white
because
plays
that pawn
it,
is now defended on b5 and sacks are possible all over the show around it.
I'm just saying, white, be my boy and play dragon bishop g4. Just be a real one. Like, dragon bishop.
Yeah, see, he's gotta
Guys,
move
that
back.
was, I'm sorry, that was
No, you've
uncalled
gotta
for.
analyze it as, but also these guys are playing on seconds. These guys are playing on seconds. After knight takes pawn perhaps, that dragon bishop is in trouble on g2 and he could fly.
You needed about
Not in a
7
good
minutes
way.
to play bishop dragon,
So
dragon
he's
bishop g4.
interchanging the dragons. I don't know. I don't know what's happening here anymore.
I feel like Watu's
He
just
could
playing
have
games
just-
with himself at the board right now. Like, we just playing
And
what?
I thought there was a beautiful plan.
No.
And he just took my move and put it on the board just to put the other dragon bishop in the way.
Oh goodness. I do feel like that. Oh, his idea is rook g5 maybe.
Yeah.
Then hitting d5, then knight c3 perhaps.
Oh.
He's looking at that idea. I assume.
And the action always happens with such little time left.
Guys, I hope you're ready for some blitz commentating. Like we cast in a live T20 game. Get ready for the action, guys. Come on. Ooh, wow.
Like that, you see, that's a dragon fork, right?
Yeah.
Because they're attacking the queen and the rook. But if you move the queen away, it's fine because usually the dragon doesn't give himself up for a rook.
Exactly.
So I think that looks scarier than it is. I'm not sure. Yeah, so even that blocks the...
Ooh, that was a nice. I didn't even look at that.
And I feel like you
That was
just
nice.
gave white some tempo over there.
Exactly.
Yeah, so then the rook swings
Yeah,
over.
that
And
counts.
this is always where the action happens, eh?
I do think rook g5 here should have just been played instantly.
Mm.
Like, I don't think doubling up
There's that
gets you
king
anywhere.
coming up finally.
That's good.
This is what I was saying. So now you're going to start exchanging
And now
pieces.
you're going bishop back to f5
Yeah.
again. So black just wasted so much time. Like the
Yeah.
only move is dragon bishop f5.
Because now even knight to c6 looks nice. C6,
I know,
c3.
c3. Yeah, it's like I don't know. Black I feel like just didn't take hold when he had that opportunity.
But the
Oh.
game's not over yet. It's
Yes, I mean time is intense here. I mean,
Yeah.
King's taking a journey to Narnia at this rate. I mean, definitely taking the back door with that one, guys.
But these guys are keeping all of the pieces on the board, eh? I think that's what makes it so tricky at this stage of the game.
I bet they're not even looking at tactics at this stage.
What
What
do
is
you
just
mean?
like, I just want moves at this point. Just move
No,
my
no,
king.
no.
At
It's
this point.
so dangerous to just make moves.
I've definitely been caught out with that
Yeah,
one.
it's so dangerous. I don't think these guys just make moves for the sake of it.
Oof. I mean, time's running low there. Ooh, swaps off. Definitely, I think that swap was a good exchange. There we go, the
Yeah.
idea of rook
And
g5.
then the knight coming in.
I do see, okay, I don't want to play b4 if I'm black here. Is Watu brave enough to do what I'm not?
Always.
Sheesh. I mean, I'm definitely, oh my
Always,
goodness.
Justin, what are you?
This is why Watu beats me every time, guys. I would have been crying at the sight of that move. But what is like, I am not afraid.
Yeah.
Being here, done
What are you
that.
going to do as white?
The thing is, the interesting idea is, do you take back on b4? Do you push a4?
I would push a4. That,
I mean, a4,
that's fine on
a3.
it.
Oh, why you closes? See, white maybe saw the idea of black pushing a4.
Yeah. So sometimes you just have to know how to hold, eh?
Mm-hmm. I wonder, yeah, that move's pretty nice, eh? Do you go dragon bishop e8 maybe? Forcing
I
forcing
see.
b3? Well, when you're forcing, well, yes, you're forcing it because queen c2 can't. Oh, but you had dragon bishop c2 to defend.
But even this one over here.
This one also works because now the dragon bishop can't defend. But the thing is, why I like the dragon bishop is because then you were still threatening on e3 the queen went to c2. You see, whereas now you can play. And then I also would have liked the knight on a3 check if he pushed b3. So I'm not happy with this configuration, but. Ooh, down to seconds for white.
Yeah, so
Oh
that's a tactic. So was it a skewer?
Guys, that's what we call an owl. An hard owl. We're just taking that, not even a thought, just grab it. Don't
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
sir, just grab.
No,
At this
he's
point, we're just
like-
playing Pac-Man and grabbing, guys. Come on. There we go. I think you did waste like 20 seconds too long on that.
Yeah, well, he didn't even have 20 seconds to waste. So, I mean, to
Sheesh.
waste even 2 seconds on thinking about that is a lot.
Guys, if someone ever offers you a dragon bishop, just say thank you and good day. Just take it. Don't even think about anything else. Just be like, if you're getting mated 2 moves late, it was worth it. Just it was worth it, guys. Just think it.
Just to taste how it
Exactly,
tastes to take
guys.
a dragon
Come on.
bishop.
When are you gonna get the chance to have an appetite like that at a restaurant, guys? Come on.
Yeah, but this...
Is that a free pawn? Ah, but he's going for the dragon bishop afterwards, though. you
Yeah,
see.
so that one over there is not fun. It's really not fun. On the
What do you
first
do
game.
though is the question.
And even getting this knight into the game now.
See,
is
that's why that
just
knight
not-
b6 was a disaster. But it's okay, it's okay. What is a creative player, but white definitely looks like he's solely in the lead to take control. What?
Whoa, oh, to take a look.
Oh, but now you have queen takes and then check and grab the pawn. But I don't know. I don't know. This endgame looks like it can be a bit of a vibe here, guys.
Yeah.
I don't know. That pawn's hanging.
Wow, what's happening here? Did we miss?
I don't. Yeah. That was.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, sorry.
That's why I was
That's
saying
why.
queen check. But I don't know if black has any mating threats after we go into this whole fun idea.
Yeah.
Oh, giving the pawn, I would have definitely rather just risked it completely at this point. I wouldn't even have tried to just hold this. We playing on seconds, guys. We're just playing for fun.
Yeah, and we don't even know how to assess this position, and these guys are actually making moves.
Exactly.
Not
true.
just any moves, actual good moves, eh?
Give them respect. Give them respect. I think they deserve it at this point. I do think white should have just called it a day and gone into that variation, because now I just feel like even though it's a dragon bishop to a rook, I do think that black has the better chances.
He's got a lot more play. I
Because-
think the pieces, white's pieces are not, talking to each other.
Exactly. It's just, I mean, that knight looks like it's
and
doing the
these
graveyard
boards
shift
running
there.
down the middle of the board as
Oof.
well.
I mean, oh, it's rough, guys. That was a good move. Do we see?
But it does look like white is coordinating his
Oh
pieces.
my!
This is
Oh
getting ugly.
my! Dragon bishop to
This-
f1.
This is getting...
Oh, but then you have queen. No, but queen c2 doesn't really do anything actually.
Oh, because they're not defending the bishop.
Okay. Okay, then you want to play. This is some interesting ending to this game, guys. We have some excitement. Like they're not letting it just end swiftly. Okay. I'm a bit questionable on.
Can the dragon go to f1?
Yes, it can. There's no immediate mates that I can see unless I'm blind. I am not wearing my glasses, so.
Yeah, I was going to comment on that. But thank you
Yes,
for...
I will roast myself for the betterment of chat. Okay, for the viewer experience, I will roast myself. What? Why? What is you? Oh, wow! How did Watu get over a minute on the clock? Sheesh, I was like, I'm thinking, is he down to seconds? And he's just swiftly taking a snooze there at the board.
Yeah.
You know, that's how much time he has on the clock at this point. Oh. I'm not fully understanding. Oh, just to play rook takes dragon bishop, okay. He's trying to grab. It's his turn to be Pac-Man. Cool. Yes guys. That knight's actually just having a vibe there in front of the king, you know? The black knight just, I don't know if it's ever gonna join the party.
That's the thing, but that's what we thought about this white knight as well. He made a little bit of progress, and I think that was London in time trouble over there dropping that pawn.
Ooh. I don't know about this one here. I don't know what that's doing. Someone help me out to analyze this position.
No, I think white dropped that pawn there in time trouble because he's under 10 seconds, eh?
I know.
He's under 10 seconds. So
guys, future advice, just risk it. Just risk it. Don't try and play passive while you don't have time, guys. Just have fun. Life only comes around once, okay? Oh my, that looks like torture going on right there for black, okay? Can he defend? What's going on there? We have oof, I don't see. Okay, white doesn't have.
No, I don't think that's so bad.
Yeah, I think do we have queen g1? Any takers on queen g1?
Queen g1 for white now.
Yeah, and just try and play for mate. I mean, I don't know if it's possible, but I would just queen g1. Ooh.
Oh, for the queen coming in there.
I think I would have gone queen g1 instead.
No, you would have definitely gone queen g1.
Yeah.
That's all there was on your mind, and if you had 10 seconds left, you would have played queen g1.
I would have played queen g1 and
not
gotten that
g1
checkmate.
now, maybe?
I feel like that knight was better placed on
I
c8 for mate.
Because
you were always threatening check and the bishop,
dragon
bishop takes.
check as well.
Can't
go up there because the queen is there. So the queen is also coming in now.
Oof. But then do we just repeat? We go.
No, queen, now queen too.
Whoa, I'm looking
queen
at.
is threatening mate soon, eh?
I'm really threatening queen a6 here, guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
I thought, okay, but maybe queen's.
Yeah, because now
a6
dragon
and
takes
perpetual with
check.
queen check.
Dragon takes check, and now the queen can come in also.
Ooh, this is looking rough, guys. I'm all for. I'm just worried about
queen
the perpetual though. I'm worried about the perpetual, guys. Rook sack and then you just queen check, non-stop all day. Has white found a saving grace? I mean, I don't know, guys.
So
I mean, white's playing for a win here, guys. Give him respect. I would have definitely taken the chicken's way out, but white's playing for a win.
It's so tough playing for a win in this position, knowing that the pawns are so close to queening on the other side. It's just like the
queen a6 is definitely
everywhere.
possible now, eh? Because you don't have that perpetual. Because the dragon bishop you can always hide in a3.
And you know, if rook goes to b7, you've got that dragon on d6 check as well, and then it's mate.
Look at that!
That's a double attack right there, and that's mate
goodness.
there on.
What you gonna do, guys?
Oh my word, that is so crazy.
But we don't have any. Oh, we have queen b6, and then
queen b6
and then we have queen b6 and then dragon bishop.
Can't we still?
Dragon bishop d6. Queen b6, dragon bishop b6. Ooh, but if you trade, you gotta think, is that pawn's gonna run?
That is the only thing, and also
that
it's with a check, eh?
F2, exactly.
You're pushing
so,
that pawn with a check also, if you do need to push that pawn on e4.
But then you have dragon...
Dragon check?
Dragon
I would
bishop,
go dragon check, I would have 10 seconds left, I'd go
guys,
dragon.
I'm playing dragon bishop.
I'm playing dragon.
Dragon bishop.
d6 check, okay,
What?
dragon a6 check also.
I'm not happy with that one.
Yeah, you know.
Because you wanted
now
it
you
to...
can't drop back anymore with anything and give a check because of that knight that's defending.
No, but now you're
what
dropping
about
queen d. Because you can't play queen d7 because you have dragon bishop take on c.
Yeah.
So where do you go?
Oh,
You
that
just
is
give it.
so crazy.
Guys, give white the trophy. Look at him take a seat back.
Oh,
that
wow.
man is celebrating, guys. Give that man a balls at this point,
Oh,
guys.
my.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Dragon
if
bishop
rook
takes on
defended, that
c7.
would have actually been mate. What?
This was brilliant because queen can't take.
Wow, this is amazing stuff.
we will be seeing the resignation, the white flag waved about, and this is not F1, guys. He's waving, guys. He's waving. I told you guys that
Wow,
was
what a game.
unlucky.
What
I do
a
think black was in
game.
charge most of the game,
Yeah.
but white
That's
just
what
came
I
out
said.
clutch.
What happens if the attack fizzles out and it goes down to the end?
Mhm.
Where are the weaknesses? And I think he penetrated on that queen side quite nicely.
That E3 pawn, the weakness. I still know my end game, guys. Come on,
Well
come on,
done,
come on, come on.
Justin.
We know these weaknesses. We've been watching enough Magnus Carlsen, guys. Enough Magnus Carlsen. I'll never be like him, but we can always aspire, guys. We can always aspire.
Well, maybe if we start practicing our paradigm early enough.
Mm-hmm.
And
You could be the
eventually-
Magnus of paradigm, guys.
Yeah.
We don't have one
Until
yet.
Magnus decides to play paradigm. And then I think.
Well, what was the chess? What was the Wesley was the chess 360 chunk,
Yeah,
right?
960, yeah.
960, sorry. So, I mean,
True.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes top notch in paradigm.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I think he'd give Magnus a run for his money.
Definitely.
And maybe Ikaru,
Yeah.
but he's a bit of a wild one. He's a bit of a wild one.
You know whose creative play I also enjoy? Aronian. I think
Ooh.
Aronian would do this
Oh,
with these
that's
colourful
nice.
t-shirts. I think matches the dragon perfectly.
Oh, that's
He's
good, that's
always
good.
got this vibe going.
Who's the player that recently retired? Is it not?
Someone retired?
Yeah, is it
Oh,
not?
I don't know.
Aroni.
He did not even retire?
I
Yeah.
think he retired
I did-
recently.
So there we go. Now I retired from normal chess play paradigm.
Exactly. Have some fun in your retirement days. They say that's what retirement's for. So I mean, we should get him up on the line at some point, hey? Be like, don't you want to be an ambassador for some paradigm? You know, we can get you a nice Dragon Bishop outfit. You could model for it in model it for us in some pics. You know, we'll get you a catwalk. I mean, I'm definitely not doing that, guys. I'm not doing that. Don't get your hopes up. I might look good in a
planning
paradigm.
like your future.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna get me like a cape.
cape.
You know, some wings, you know, an arch hat or something to give the whole bishop look, but no.
Yeah, no, but this was a great game.
And we informed the players of the website.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
Hey.
You can go for it. It's amazing.
We have a
eh?
cool looking website. We haven't mentioned it the whole stream where there's information.
No, but now the adrenaline's there and they're like, okay, where can I play? So now you go to paradigm.com. Is that paradigmchess30.com, eh?
We need to get that in the chat, guys. We need to get that link in the chat. And then there's a play now link as well.
Yes, so
so
you
no
scroll
need for
down.
complicated going through chess 30. We got you guys covered. All the creators got you guys covered.
Oh, yeah.
Not us.
We're just trying to get it out there for you guys to enjoy. Yeah, so I think the next round will be starting in a few minutes, eh? I think it's going to be starting in a few minutes. I wonder what they're going to pull out for this next round. Because that win must be feeling great, but that loss must be like firing him up, eh?
Yeah,
And he's got the
especially
white pieces next. So
to have
let's
that
see.
position though, like how many rounds are we playing?
I think it's 8 in total.
8 rounds.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
guys,
it's 2
if-
today, 2 tomorrow,
Oh.
2 next Friday, and 2 next Saturday.
That's lovely, but I mean, this was definitely, I mean, a challenge. I mean, the thing
What a
is,
way.
the first game.
What a way, what a way.
Did he
to
have
go.
like a social dynamic going on now, like psychologically ruin start for the next 7
Oh, I
rounds?
know, I hope
I don't
not,
know.
I hope not.
Let's hope this doesn't
But
turn
he
into
does
an
look
8-0.
like he was sitting in disbelief for a while, but he's smiling, so he's still enjoying what's happening, you know, with the game in general. But where do you think Black dropped the ball?
Me, I'm definitely saying with all that Dragon Bishop repeats.
True.
I
I think that wasted a lot of
Yes.
time and gave...
And I think that king should have gone to e7, get your
much
rooks in.
sooner, much
I think
sooner.
white had no play on the king side, and if there was play, you could always then drop your dragon bishop back. So I thought that allowing that tempo to come through, giving white those play. But I mean, black did get a winning position late on, so it's not like I can say it
Yeah.
was wrong. I'm just saying I
Yeah.
think a lot more could have been
Yeah.
done with the position at that time. But yeah, I think time trouble, it's anyone's game at that point.
I think also, you know, maneuvering, usually in normal chess, it allows your opponent to make mistakes, but sometimes you've got to be, you know, cautious of when you are wasting time. So I think that's probably what happened here. Do you think maybe he wasn't able to find the plan, and just because there was so little time,
Black
just
is
like
this.
probing? Yeah.
I think maybe he just couldn't see a concise plan to just break through and win on the spot.
Yeah.
And he didn't want to risk it with the time coming to overlook anything on the
Yeah.
king side. So I think Watu was maybe just a little bit too cautious in that position. Like when he played b4 and I was like, oh no, that was me, I'm crying in my seat. I'm way too chicken to play that. I was like, if we had that level of intensity a bit earlier, I think we would have had the game wrapped up, to be fair.
Yeah.
No shade on White. Stunning game, stunning comeback. But I would say we had probably a -5 on the board at that point if we had an engine.
That's also another thing. You can't just sit and wait for your opponent to get tired. Like, Watu was hitting and hitting and hitting, and he built such a solid fortress. It could have been he was just, waiting for his opponent to get tired. I don't think it is fun to play in that game. But then when he came out, he found some good moves and he was able to penetrate the king on the queen side. Even though the pawns were on the 3rd rank already for black.
I think if I was the way Watu's stressing right now, I think if I was him, I'd go wash my face with some water, come back, refresh, re-energized, ready to go. I mean, he had a nice advantage. So we want to see some more of that attacking chess come through in the second game. I definitely enjoyed the position he got. So if we see a position like that for White, I'd love to see it clinched out just to give us an exciting 1-1 start to the tournament. Going into the next 2 rounds, and then I know we got some thrill ahead. We have some thrill. We'd like to see some thrill. We don't want the nice, easy affair. And definitely not a single draw. Please, guys, we didn't come here for that.
I think I want the center to be open for the next round. Yeah, I want the center.
You just want more tactics.